Hey guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Don here. I'm going through here the 20 podcasts based on the recent AAPPM meeting. This is number 7, and I'm going to talk about flat feet. So there was a couple of lectures. So one of my colleagues here in Massachusetts, Lou DeCaro, he's probably not listening, but I had to listen to him. I think it was 2 hours there, a little too long. I'm not going to go into a 2-hour spiel on flat feet or pediatrics, but I wanted to go over just some of the highlights that I found most pertinent with flat feet. So specifically with kids, this is just a reminder that until the age of, they say, 7 or 8, there's going to be heel eversion, and then it's going to kind of clear up usually by the age of 8. And so when you look at the heel position as they're standing. But what I really liked about what he said is when kids come in with flat feet, you kind of look at how flat it is. If it's really a flat foot with a heel eversion and things like that. You also look at like the family, like ask the parents to take off their shoes. This is something that I don't typically do, have the parents do. This is a highlight. I think it just takes a little extra work, but kind of slowing down a little bit and asking the parents to take off their shoes and look at their feet. So if they're really, really flat, these kids, they're going to need to be in some type of an orthotic for their feet. And then how it impacts them, I think this is the key. And this is something I learned. I don't know if this is at this conference recently or someone mentioned it, but if someone's in our office, they're there because they want treatment. Right? They're there because they want us to do something for them, specifically for their children. And many times it's not the pediatrician that's going to be sending them over. This was a highlight as well. We tend to think that the pediatrician is going to send over the kids for the flat feet, but normally they don't. They just say they're going to grow out of it. So my real takeaway is to look at these kids' flat feet, ask their parents to take off their shoes, and ask them how it affects their lives. Many times I kind of bring it up and I just say, I've had some other kids that just don't like to be active in athletics. They say their legs get tired or their feet get tired, and that's the typical symptom that I feel with these kids with flat feet. They don't have the best coordination, and there's. So what do I do? There are different types of over the counter. I usually do a certain type of over the counter. I think mine are the Northwest brand. I know Lou has his brand. We use the Northwest just because we use their orthotics. And so there's a little sizing system, and I put them in, and then once they get past that sizing system, then I put them in a custom device. Usually it's some format of like a UCBL or very deep heel cup, high medial and lateral flange on those orthotics. And kids adapt to them really, really well. And when I do a custom, they have this outgrowth program. I either use Northwest or Forward Motion. And the outgrowth program, I can get them a second pair, usually within a year or two, based on their needs. So that's what I find what works most effective for my pediatric kids. Then I put them in some type of a thing in the future, and because these are the kids that'll transfer to posterior tibial tendon dysfunction in the future and would need like an AFO. I always make sure when I'm doing these, I tell patients it's not going to really correct the deformity. They want to know, is that going to make them have an arch? I'm not a big believer that we can give kids an arch. They have short foot exercises and things like that to strengthen the intrinsic muscles. I haven't really seen that happen. So I'd like to know if you guys have any differing opinions about these things, but let me know kind of what works for you in terms of flat feet. Send me an email, don@podiatrypracticemastery.com, or comment underneath this podcast. Let me know kind of what you think. Please, if you haven't given a review for this podcast, that helps it to get known by more people if you find it beneficial. And so that's what we're doing. That's number 7. And then number 8, we're going to go over some wording as well for like pediatric patients. Okay? Once again, hope you guys found this helpful. If you want to learn more, go to podiatrypracticemastery.com. I have a tool. This is the thing that I use every single day, and it makes me thousands of dollars more. And it's real easy to use. You can get that tool and use it on your patients. Let me know what your thoughts are, how it's working for you. Okay, thanks.